Hey everyone, Black6 from BZPower back here for another set review. This time we've got one of the larger sets in this year's Star Wars line, the 75094 Imperial Shuttle Tydirium, as featured in Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. This set contains 937 pieces and retails for $99.99. Along the top of the box you see the branding. We've seen all the sets this year featuring the Rebel style Stormtrooper helmet and of course the Star Wars and Lego logos. On the bottom left we've got that weird looking Disney logo, normal information. I do like how the backdrop definitely captures the Battle of Endor. So we've got the Death Star 2 there, we've got the deflector shield generator, and of course the large trees. The shuttle takes up the majority of the front, going from left to right and almost all the way to the top. In the bottom right, though, we do see the minifigs that this set has. Let's bring it a little closer. So we've got Chewbacca, Princess Leia, Han Solo, and two slightly different Endor troopers. So no bad guys in this set at all, which is kind of interesting. Looking at the top, we've got those figures again in a 1:1 scale image of Princess Leia. Flipping it around to the back, again we've got the Lego Star Wars logos. We've got an animated style version of the characters here, because they don't really bend like that, unfortunately. We've got, alright, let's zoom in a little bit. We've got another picture of the set shown with the wings up and the landing gear down, so it's cool that it has landing gear, and showing off all the action features. So you can see the wings fold up, the side areas open. We've got the landing gear going up and down. We've got the blasters shoot with the new spring-loaded launcher. The cockpit opens. Let's see, this looks like some sort of trap door or loading ramp or something. We can see it comes with a thermal detonator that Leia can throw. There's an ad here for lego.com/Star Wars. And then we've got some more kind of animatics showing off the Battle of Endor. So there's Han, Leia, and Chewie running through the jungle, hiding behind a tree, and right after they've landed. So, big box, nice and thick for 937 pieces. But let's take a look at what's inside now. Alright, that is a lot of plastic. Let's tilt the camera down so you guys can see. Alright, so there are a bunch of bags here. We've got 6, 3, 4, 2, 1, and 5. So 6 different bags. I'm sure most of them have smaller bags inside. Then we've got the instructions. They don't have a cardboard backing, but they do come in a plastic bag to help keep them from getting bent. So let's pop this open real quick and take a look. Maybe we'll pop it open. So not as easy to open up as, say, a normal piece bag. So we've got our handy dandy X-Acto here to help us out. Maybe. Really quite tough. Alright. There we go. So one big instruction book. We also have a sticker sheet here. So let's take a closer look at that. Relatively few stickers considering. So we've got one with the Rebel logo. Looks like a computer display and a couple other controls, and this is, I think, the intake that goes underneath the main wing, which you can see right there. So, I think this was a set, if you don't like applying stickers, you can probably get away with it. Anyway, looking at the instructions, the artwork here is the same as on the front of the box. You can win, of course. We've got, ad for Lego Club, showing off all the minifigures from this year. We've got more ads for the other sets, none of which really all struck my fancy. The Naboo Starfighter is really nice. You can check out our review of that set. The throne room duel looks like it might be nice. We've got the inventory. I think this is the last page. Yes, we've got 2 pages worth of inventory and 154 pages of instructions. So this is not going to be a super quick set to build. On the front, we've got an advertisement to join the Rebels. You can go to lego.com/Star Wars. Some safety concerns showing how to use a brick separator, and then we go into the instructions. Alright, so enough of the instructions. Let's take a closer look at the parts. So here we've got the 937 parts in this set, broken up into 6 numbered bags. Each of those bags has at least one smaller bag in there, so there's a lot of parts to go through. I'm going to try to go through this as quickly as possible, so I might miss some stuff, so make sure you check out the full review on BZPower to check out all of the new and interesting parts here. So starting with the first bag, ones that stood out to me are we've got this 1x1 round thermal detonator tile, only been available in 4 sets. We've also got this 1x2x2 corner tile in light gray. We've got some white 1x3 tiles, and we've got some of these newer Technic pin axle combos. Always nice to get some more of those. Nothing else really jumping out at me there. Second part of bag 1, we've got a trapdoor piece. We've got this yellow box. I believe it's only been available in about 8 sets or so. We've also got the minifig stand, which has only been available in 7 sets in this light gray color, so that's kind of cool. We've got a brick separator, but I don't think there's anything else really here that's jumping out. Some nice snot brackets in red. Moving on to bag number 2. I don't think there's much in this part that jumped out at me. A lot of Technic parts. And this one, again, there wasn't a huge amount. We got some Technic beams, some nice engine pieces in white, some turbine pieces in white. We've got, I don't want to make a mess here. You've got these nice click hinge pieces. So once you snap them together, they really hold their position. Really difficult to get those undone once you do it, so hopefully that's how that's supposed to go. But I'm sure those are going to be used for the wings to get them to stay in position. Alright, bag 3. We've got those corner tiles in white as well, 1x2x2. Got some lightsaber handles, little Technic bits, some click hinges, some general plates, some cheese slopes, nothing too exciting there. Moving on here, we've got this 3x4 curve slope sort of thing, which has only been available in 6 sets in this color. We've got 1x2 curve slopes. We've got these 1x4x1 or so curved pieces. I've got a black thing. This is probably going to be where the display screen sticker goes. Some other slopes in gray and some white plates. Decent mixture here. Moving on to bag number 4. Alright, so we've got this bright red 1x1 brick with studs on 2 sides. Only been available in 4 sets in this color. We've got the poncho piece. We'll take a closer look at this when we look at the minifigs when we're done, but I thought that would be interesting and be good to show off on its own. We've got this Technic piece, not new, but I think it's pretty cool. We've got a cookie tile. I believe this first showed up in the Detective Agency set and made its appearance in a lot of other sets this year. Alright, rest of bag number 4, we've got these white, what are they, 1x6x5 slopes. These are exclusive to this set, so that's kind of cool. We've also got these 3x3 slopes in white, also exclusive to this set in this color. We've got some snot bricks, some other slopes. But I think those were the ones that really jumped out at me in this bag. Oh, I don't know if I showed these off. We've also got these 3x3 plates in white, only available in 2 sets. Alright, bag number 5. We're getting there, guys. We have got, this is a kind of cool piece. I don't think it's too rare. We've got these inverted 2x2 white tiles. I think they're fairly uncommon, only available in 9 sets in this color. Some white curved slopes. Let's see, nothing else in here jumping out at me. Going on to the rest of bag 5, we've got a lot of big elements here, namely these 6x12 white plates that only have studs around the sides. These have only been available in 9 sets. We've got these pieces, kind of interesting with the kind of track piece on them. We've got, let's see if I can find a matched set in here. Here we go. We've got these wing pieces in white. Alright, I think that's about it in that bag. And finally, for bag number 6, I don't think there's much in here that jumped out. Oh, we do have this black foot guard piece, or footrest, that minifigs can stick between their feet to hold them in place. That's fairly uncommon, only available in 5 sets in that color. Alright, and then finally the last part of bag 6, we've got this trans brown windscreen piece, only available in 10 sets. We've got this white 2x2x3 corner slope piece. It is only available in this set, so this is an exclusive here. And I think that's about it. Let's see, I've got a list, so let me just run through that real quick. And I think I covered everything. Like I said though, if I missed something, make sure you check out the full review on BZPower. We'll have information on all these parts. Anyway, enough of all this stuff. Let's get building and see what the actual set looks like. And here we've got the finished set, and it is quite large with this giant top wing here. Before we look at the set, we'll take a look at the minifigs. So first up, we have got Leia in her Endor outfit. So she's got a cookie to give to Wicket to gain his trust and friendship, a blaster pistol, a nice hair piece. You've got that poncho we looked at before with some printing underneath on the back as well. But the legs are plain. I'm not sure what color blue this is offhand. Not quite. It's not light blue, but yeah, they're plain printed, so that's nice. She's got a nice little smirk on one side, and then on the back, she's got an angry, upset look. That's probably when Han says something. So she is exclusive to this set. Then we have got Han Solo. He has a printed trench coat, his Endor trench coat. You can see it there going down onto the legs. Matches up pretty decently with the top. And on the back, the pattern continues, although there's no printing on the back of the legs, so the trench coat does not continue there. You can see a little bit of his secondary expression under his hair there. That's kind of eh. He's got his trademark grin here. On the back, a more upset look, probably when Leia said something. All right, then we have got Chewbacca. So this is a fairly recent version of Chewbacca. Oh, by the way, Han is exclusive to this set. Chewbacca has been available in a couple other sets in this form. Finally, he's got some printing on his headpiece. He's got his bandolier in a nice pretty silver. He's got some different colors on there. The printing continues onto the back. This is all one piece, pops off, revealing a plain brown torso underneath, but he does have some leg printing with the hair pattern. So that's nice, and it kind of gives it a good look. Right. And then we have got one of the Endor troopers. So he's got some good printing, nice camo pattern on the torso and legs. It matches up really well, especially on the belt. On the back, that pattern printing continues, at least on the torso. Nice helmet printing. You know, it's got one color helmet with the dark green and the gray going on there. You pop that off. He's got a pretty standard expression, and no secondary expression. And then we have got the second trooper, who's got a similar, let's see, I believe his legs are exactly the same. Yeah, his legs are the same. The belt pattern is the same, but he has a vest on with those blue arms instead of the olive green ones. So some nice variation. Similar printing on the back there. Same helmet. His head is really interesting. He's got like a full beard going on, but his facial expression looks kind of weird. I'm not sure what is going on there. But those two figs are also exclusive to this set. So Chewbacca is the only one you can get, and others, the rest are exclusive here. Moving on now to the shuttle itself, which I just popped off top of the wing. I was going to say the wing is very sturdy. I guess if you pick it up at the right spot, there's a Technic beam that goes through, a couple Technic beams. If you pick it up and hold the Technic beam, you can hold it up by just the wing, spinning around pretty good. Very, very sturdy in that regard. So we'll start off, we'll look at the front. So we've got the cockpit here. This tilts open and you can see the inside. Might not be easy to see, but there are a couple of slopes in here with some stickers on them for the controls. You can see the seats are a little offset, so you can fit 2 characters in there. All right, and then you've got some nice details on the front here. We've got these blasters and then little ones over here. We'll take a quick look at the bottom. There's some landing gear here, which does kind of fold up. It doesn't fold up too much, but it does something. And we can see this little yellow thing here. This actually allows you to open up the ramp. So if we look, maybe if we put this up here, and if we pull back that yellow thing, you can see this ramp opens up. And you can kind of see inside, there's a couple tiles here to simulate stairs. Although, good luck getting anything in or out by going through that ramp. I think the ramp is just more for show. Moving on to the back, We've got the engines, which I think are really nice, as well as the rear blaster. There are some kind of gaps in here, but that's for kind of a play feature, so we'll show that off in a sec. Yeah, I think those are the main features. We'll take now a look at the wings. So the wings, you can see, are folded up here, and using those pieces I showed off when we're looking at the parts, you can click them down. You have to do them one at a time, but they can both be clicked down. So let's see if we can get this whole thing in frame. No, I mean, this head is so large that when the wings are down, I can't even fit it all in here. So now that the wings are down, and this is kind of a silly design because you can't really access these when the wings are up, but you have these panels here that fold up and out, and you can see the interior. So there's a couple of seats in here, split place with a backpack and 2 clips for blasters. If we go on to the other side and do the same, you can see there is a crate here that has some thermal detonators and another seat. So all 5 of the minifigs can fit in here. With the wings down, take a closer look at the blasters. Hang on, I think if we put the landing gear back, there we go. Put the landing gear down and you can click the wings down a little bit more. You can see the blasters here, so these will rotate up and down. These rotate as well, and then you'll see this green thing here. There are these little Technic pieces on the side here that when you push them will fire those spring-loaded blasters. So it's a nice little detail. I've been hit. So then we can click these back up and lower the landing gear and put it back down. So lots of different play features in here. We've got the firing blasters, the wings, the cockpit that opens up, the side panels, the ramp, the seats, the crate full of thermal detonators. You can see about fitting just a couple of the characters in there. There's no studs in the cockpit for the characters to sit on. They use those pieces, that kind of black footrest piece we showed off earlier, for the characters' feet to go in between, so they can sit in there securely. I took off the blasters because I figured that will probably get in the way otherwise. So it makes it a little easier to get them in and out since you don't have to worry about them sticking onto the studs. And you can see they can fit in there pretty well. And I'm sure with the seats you can fit in the troopers and Leia in the back with no problem. The set is pretty sturdy, as I was showing. You can hold it off by one wing, and then when you put the wings down, it's definitely pretty swooshable. I would not hold it by the cockpit because that comes up pretty easily. Although if you get it underneath, you can hold it up by that as well. And you can see, it's pretty swooshable. You can move it around to your liking. So a very sturdy set. I think it captures the ship from the movie pretty well. Not that you see it on screen too much. I mean, it's kind of there for one scene, and once they land on Endor, it's kind of gone. But definitely a good model. It's 937 pieces for $100. That's kind of expensive. Like I said, one of the more expensive Star Wars sets we get this year. I think if you're a fan of the original trilogy, if you're looking to get some Endor troopers and Endor Han and Leia, that it's definitely a good set to pick up. My main gripes about it would be that it's difficult to access these troop areas while the wings are folded up, and it's going to be awkward to open them up and put people in while the wings are down, because then you can't set it on a surface when the wings are down. And there's showing off the gaps in the back. There's also kind of some gappiness on the cockpit here, but that's, I think, very minor, and would be difficult to overcome and still have a high play value. This is not the UCS version, which is of course much larger and can avoid some of those things. But on the same side, flip side of that coin, the UCS version does not have all the play features that this guy has. So it's kind of a trade-off. So for your money, I think if you're a Star Wars fan, that you won't go wrong with picking up this set. It's a lot of fun. There's a good bit of play features. I mean, I think another possible shortcoming you could say is that you know, there's no Imperials for Han and Co. to go after. You know, it's just the shuttle and the rebels. But I think if you're a Star Wars fan, you probably already have some stormtroopers and scout troopers in your collection that you can use to have a battle with these guys. And there's plenty of play features packed in even without that. You know, like we were showing off with the blasters and the cockpit and the opening ramps and things like that. So a lot of play features. Definitely a good set. Had a lot of fun building it. It's definitely will take you quite a while to build. It took me about an hour and a half. You know, to get it. It is perfectly symmetrical, so you can save some time by building, you know, both wings at the same time and things like that. Make sure you have a nice flat hard surface you can press things down. I think I'm looking at it now, and I think one of my wings is a little bit crooked. I'll fix that later. But you know, it definitely is a fun build, fun set, and I would definitely recommend it if it is within your price range. As always, thanks guys for watching this video. If you could take the time to like and subscribe to our channel, we'd really appreciate it, and it'll allow you to watch all of our videos as soon as we post them. Of course, if you have not had enough of this set, you can check out the full review on BZPower, where we will have high-res pictures and our detailed thoughts on the set. And finally, while you're on BZPower, make sure you check out our forums and all of the activity going on over there. People sharing their creations, talking about different themes, playing games, and all sorts of fun things. Definitely a cool place to check out if you're looking for somewhere to talk Lego. Alright, well, thanks again for watching everybody, and we will talk to you next time.